Hey yo, good day to you guys. I'm talking about crypto again, just because I think it's very important and imperative at this time to realize what I think might be really happening and how it could be a big wake up call and a big problem. I'm noticing a lot of organizations are starting to get into crypto, but the wrong ones, such as banks, central banks, um, and big organizations that shouldn't really be touching crypto. You would think they would go the other way like they have for years, making it sound like a scam. When now we realize it's not a scam, it's the technology itself is actually very sound and very, very useful and can be disruptive. But not if it's in the wrong hands. Okay, I hear people talking of Elon Musk getting into Ripple and how that would be a good thing. Ripple itself should not be in crypto. It's not crypto. It's not on a blockchain. It's on its own type of ledger technology, leaving it not private and centralized still. So it's funny how Elon he sets his seed, he puts a seed in everyone's mind that he's going to get into it, and he probably will because he knows it's the future. The technology itself is sound. Uh, the idea of it sound. There's no getting away from the idea now. So he's why not? If you can't beat him, join him. That's how these governments and big guys are thinking. Why not take? Why not? If we can't beat them, join them and make their own crypto, destroying Bitcoin overnight. Um, this is essentially a huge problem, guys. I think this is what is happening. They're going to. Who do you think is really driving up these prices? Us on Bitcoin and all the other cryptos? No, it's millionaires and billionaires getting into it, rising, bumping the price up until that one day they did. And while we're all putting money in it, now I notice more people, more and more people hitting me up. Hey, how do I get Bitcoin now that it's at 35, 37, $40,000? But when it's at 10,000, you didn't even think twice about it. But why now when it's peaking? So it leads me to believe that they're psychologically psyching you out. Hey, crypto's good now. It's got to be. Everyone's talking about it. It's trending. Pour your money in. Whatever the government gave you, pour it in there too, so we can take it back. I have a feeling it's about to really, really crash. Uh, some law or something's gonna come out. The SEC is gonna come out and say, hey, Bitcoin cannot be used in any type of transaction in the U.S. Some bullshit law. There's already a lot of laws restricting it that were made 100 years ago. Back then they didn't obviously think how we could trade digitally instantly across the world privately. Obviously, they didn't think that was possible. So the laws are outdated. Everything's outdated. Most people that are older don't even understand it. The legislators who make the laws don't understand what it is and why it is a sound idea, no matter which way you look at it. Most of them don't even understand how disruptive it can truly be, which it is, obviously. Um, but what we don't understand is and how important it is to keep this decentralized, to keep it what it was supposed to be, open source, free, decentralized to disrupt banks and make it so we can instantly transfer money all across the world with anybody we want privately. That's the idea, guys. It's not only makes sense economically, it makes sense freedom, making you free in this world, opening borders, opening ideas, creating innovation across the world. Not only is it important for so many other reasons, uh, it's to get out of the control of this banking system we're in. They control the world, guys. The banks, it's an old saying, I forget who, I'm quoting somebody. Banks are more dangerous than standing armies, and that is true essentially. But what's even more dangerous than banks is influence. And Bitcoin's finally got that influence and gaining influence and power. Banks are scared now. They don't know what to do. So what do? They slowly integrate into it. They jump the price up, so you put your money in it and then crash it down, making you believe it's a scam again, getting all the newbies out and driving it back down to 10 grand, if not less. I hope to God I'm wrong, but I just sense it. What other great way to create mass mayhem again amongst people that are in the middle class or poor, like taking all their Bitcoin. just got to be careful on how we go about this, guys. We have to come up, fight the government on this, make regulations that make sense, keep it personal, decentralized, private, and more importantly, cheap for you to use. That's not why I think it's important, but that's what most people think. To hang on to crypto, they look at profits. They look at the next Bitcoin. No, let's look at one Bitcoin and perfect it. Then we'll work on the next ones, the Ethereums, the other ones. But let's figure out how we're going to go from here with the laws, government. We really got to stop thinking about the volatility of it and what it can do, and think more about what it can actually do for the human race. I see a lot of YouTubers on here talking about other coins and all this. It's just irrelevant at this point. Those things are garbage until we get the first one right. So back BTC up, the idea of it, and the rest will fall in play and fall into line. Okay, but if we can't get BTC out the fucking door, then it ain't ever gonna happen for the rest of them. You must understand this. The other ones are irrelevant. Ethereum is the only one that it should even be brought up, or BAT token. Why that's not ever talked about is still beyond me. I hear someone talking about, oh, Polkadot's going to be the next big one. Why? What is it doing that's any different or better? BAT is the only one that's very, very different and actually doing something. As we speak, I'm using its browser. It pays you to use this browser in BAT tokens, which is real money. It also is very private browser. It uses Google Chrome, which is also open source now. It's quite genius what Brandon Ike has done. Someone that we never revere as a genius of today, but he is, and he will be remembered as one, I hope. But not only that, it changes the way we transact with content creators and people like myself trying to get content out there. Now, if you're using Brave browser and you come to my channel on YouTube, you will see a blue check mark, meaning you can send me a tip instantly with BAT tokens. No third party. No, they don't advertise for a reason, because they can't. Essentially, Facebook, all of them don't want them around. Google definitely doesn't want Brave around. But they already created the monster by making their Chromium or whatever open source. So Brandon Ike wrote JavaScript. He made Missoula. He knows what he's doing. He's making it a simple transition for you to come over to this Google Chrome, something you're already familiar with, and make it better, far superior than Google Chrome. It's more private. It has a Tor built-in browser. It has pop-up blocker, or you could take that pop-up blocker off, get paid for watching the ads. It just makes so much sense. I'm going to make another video on how to do that. Share my affiliate link with you, and get you going on Brave, and then maybe you can understand crypto a little better and what I think the route it should be going. God, Satoshi's rolling over in his grave if he is dead. He's probably nervous and didn't think this was coming. I wouldn't have seen it coming. I mean, I guess I would have. He probably did. That's why the idea has to remain open source and what it was supposed to be, guys. And that is essential to crypto. Otherwise, it's not crypto, is it? Let's be honest. If we use blockchain technology that's traceable, then how is that helping anything? Yeah. This is my little video for now. Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. If hit the like button if you want me to make more of these videos. I will. I speak my mind more on what is really more important than just the money of it, of you making your money. You can tune into the other guys who gives you bullshit charts. You know how many times I've called BTC going up and down? I've called it this whole year that it was going to go up. I don't care about that. I don't care. I don't need recognition for being right. I knew that BTC, when it hit 40,000, it would drop. I knew that day it would be correction. I called it. I look on my Facebook. I called it the hour before it started declining. And then I said it would, I said, oh, this is the time to buy back in. Here we are, at 30,000. I said, this is the time to buy back in. Here we are at 37,000. I think it's time to get out, stay out. That's just my opinion. For now, just see what happens for a week.